Boys, let's get straight into it. It was a finals game, wasn't it? Like 22-18, the Melbourne Storm over the Penrith Panthers in Golden Point. Harry Houdini, he's a genius, isn't he?
Oh, it was a terrific game. The first half, there was a few errors. It was a bit scrappy, but the second half, it lived up to a grand final rematch. This bloke's a genius. Heine and I were just discussing it. I felt that he was always going to run here. He didn't. He looked.
I think you said it. I think you said it before he did it.
I did. Yeah.
You said that.
You blokes. Honestly, your analysis, you two blokes.
He said he actually whispered to me. He said, "Watch this. He'll run here." He'll run, and he did.
But it was set up by the efforts of Trent Liero was one with that charge down with Nathan. Nathan never misses that. Never. Nah. You've seen him over the years nail it. So it was the brilliance at the end of Harry Grant, but I feel it was the effort of the Melbourne Storm, especially their middle forward.
Hey, Nate, what a win for the Melbourne Storm. We've got to remind ourselves, no Jerome Hughes, no Ryan Pappenhausen. And, $3.80 before the game. There's a reason why they're competition favourites. To be able to win away from home, those conditions, without those coup men, says everything about the team.
Yeah, the conditions of the field and I think a little bit of rain probably helped them out a bit tonight. You know, they like to win the wrestle and around the ruck there, but I think that play at the end was just pure intelligence, I think, from the dummy half. He knew how honest Penrith are, especially around their marker work.
Yep.
But, yeah, terrific play from him.
This year, sorry, Heine, this year, and we've said a number of times, Melbourne, their strength was always night football. And this year, at night, they've been nowhere near what we're used to seeing. But the last 2 weeks, you can see that they're really starting to get their heads on. And it's so important because there is a difference between night football and day football. The dynamics of how you play. And finals football is night football. And you can just see they're getting their focus and game right.
You can kind of see they had a bit of a game plan tonight, turning the player back under, trying to get the opposition wrong-footed. But I thought for me, Harry Grant played a huge part in this game. The first half, he barely had a touch. Comes out in the second half, he starts probing, starts getting out a little bit, finding those passes, finding that...
He didn't have a chance. The Penrith defence
in the first half, just choked him out of it. And it wasn't until the second half where they relaxed a little bit, or I wouldn't say they relaxed the Panthers, but they gave him a few more opportunities. Then Munster comes into the game. We know he's played fullback before, but he's no Pappenhausen. So, finding that form around the ruck and having that other option was going to be a little bit difficult, but they slowly worked it out and they got there in the end.
This bloke, we're going to show his highlights, Xavier Coates. He's one of the greatest try scorers you'll see, and I don't mean that as far as total, but I'm talking about, if there's half chance or anything, he just always finds a way to get there.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to do a good job on him in that second half there, but he was, again, too smart. When he doesn't have to catch him, he can set him up well. But
I thought they were going to go on with it then.
The Panthers? Yeah. So did I, but it was a great game of footy. It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So I know we're waxing lyrically about the Storm, but Panthers weren't far away.
I tell you what, it's proven a tough field to play on. Combank.
Greasy, very greasy this year.
The Dogs boys were saying last week it's a difficult side.
Probably should have played in the East, like Allianz is perfect. I don't know, it hasn't rained in Bondi for like a week, so I don't know what's going on.
Happy to play at Collaroy. This is what... Nathan had a couple of cracks at it. They just couldn't quite get themselves in the right position, Penrith. But, and we'll show the one in a second. It was, there it is, again. We're going to show here the Leota penalty, the block penalty on Harry Grant. Well done to Ashley Klein, because when you watched it from side on, you don't really get any... I thought, geez, that's a tough penalty. But when you look front on, Leota just moves.
He moves a little bit,
Great decision.
But it's hard to see there, but there is another angle of it where he moves to his left by half a metre, less than half a metre, right here, boom, there, and that's enough for the penalty. Yeah, good call by Ashley. Yeah, he was on the spot. Tough one to blow there too in those
in that scenario. They challenged it. Bunker backed it up. Yeah, very, very good. Now, Xavier Coates, let's have a look at some of his stuff. And it was very interesting coming into this game. And, Fletch, we spoke about this. Going into the game just shows you the ducks and drakes would happen between coaches. Yeah. So going into this game, Ivan said they've got to change the rule, which I agree with, by the way, about tackling the player in the air. Yeah. He said you're left with a guy like Xavier Coates, there's nothing you can do. Craig Bellamy came out and said, no, the rules are the rules, and just leave it. And it was all about Xavier Coates versus Brian Tuttle.
Absolutely. And, it's well within the rules. Unfortunately, he's 6'6", and Brian Tuttle is probably not 5'6".
Yeah.
So, but it's the kick too. Yep.
Yeah.
The practice they must do, the kick was just pinpoint perfect.
It has to go on the line, doesn't it?
And now they're just... This is what I was talking about before. He knows, not if he can't get up there or he was sort of off balance, but to have the nous to hit it back to young Chan, and Chan gets a try.
Is that going to be like the short dropouts where you have to put someone behind the play, just shoot forward and to support them and try and wait for the knockback?
It's a fair point, Nate.
Yeah.
Because going in against Melbourne, it's one of their biggest weapons.
That's their style, isn't it? That's how they get their...
And he's such a great leaper. He's almost always going to get first crack at it.
Yeah. So do we go out looking for 7 foot tall
Ruckman
wingers now? Yeah.
What about spoiling, like they do in the...
Love it, Fletch.
Yeah, just punch it
AFL.
out.
You can do that. You got to spoil.
You still got to get up. You still got to get up high
You're
enough.
in Melbourne, yeah. What's the spoiling technique?
Watching AFL spoiling enough for me. Very good. I don't know the rules, mate. I don't know the rules, mate.
We just worked on that one backstage. Well done. Hey, Murray
Well
and Seve, well done to him. He was fantastic tonight. He's had a rough trot. I think he had a cancer scare a number of years ago. And, of course, well, as I said, the poke in the eye. And he's got no other choice. He's got to wear the goggles.
Yeah. A bit of a fair scare. He got rushed to hospital with a serious eye injury. They said, look, you know, knock you won't play again or you could lose sight. So, yeah, he's opted for the goggles. He wore them the other week in New South Wales Cup for the Bears. North Sydney Bears had a good game in him, and now he's, you know, playing first grade in a set of goggles.
Yeah.
I think they're terrific. He should get sponsorship.
Yeah, some of his carries, though, tonight were
What about like an eye patch next week? Just
I love it. And maybe a parrot.
Boys, what happens when he scores his try here?
oh, you like this one, don't you?
Oh, look, hypothetical.
Yeah.
Just say they fell off his head and were on his arm, and it went out and touch. Is that considered part of the
I think it's part of the equipment. I think it would be out.
A shoelace, if a shoelace hit the line, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Because, you know,
Never thought about it before.
people...
Seve.
Yeah, mate, young people don't know this because the rule got changed. But when I was growing up, if you were going to score a try and your boot came off...
That's right.
No try.
Correct.
There was no try. Yeah, there you go. You had to have your full equipment on.
So would people try and pull a boot off, you know, because we used to tackle around the legs?
Yeah. Chuck it.
Would they try and pull your boot off?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that, and I won't. But anyway, but fantastic game of football. Well done to both sides. And just a little sort of sneak preview to September and October. Now,